So I was talking to a client earlier in the week about feeling run down, feeling low energy, and how this time of year the client feels as though she wants to go to bed when it gets dark, but it gets dark so early. And one of the things that really struck me is how we as humans oftentimes feel this need to be perpetually the same. We feel the need 365 days to be productive, 365 days to be the same level of energy, the same level of output, the same routine, the same everything. And we kind of expect that of ourselves throughout our lives, or at least our working lives, from 20 to 65 or whenever you retire. And that is not how anything in nature functions. Not one thing. Everything is secular. Everything has a time and a place. If you look at outside your window, you're going to notice for most of us right now, there are no leaves on the trees. Everything is kind of sleeping. It's kind of in that, inactive state. And yet, if we feel inactive, if we feel sleepy, then we judge ourselves as being lazy. I do believe that's the word the client used. Or we judge ourselves as having an issue, and or we use something outside of ourselves like a stimulant or more coffee, or we switch our routine, or we try to fix it. And I just want to spark some curiosity by suggesting that what if it really wasn't a problem? What if your sleepiness or your lack of energy right now was actually part of this bigger world that we live in, and it was a cycle? So for those of you experiencing that feeling of winter internally, what if there's nothing wrong with you and that's just naturally what your body's wanting to do? I do know that bumps head with cultural demands. I understand that culture doesn't stop just because the world keeps turning and we have our cycles, but maybe it should. So my encouragement for you isn't to, go to bed at 4 o'clock and not get, your obligations met. It's more to perhaps go a little easy on yourself and have some compassion. Maybe check yourself when you start using words like lazy. Because what if actually your inner yearnings and your inner cycles are exactly right? And it's that which is outside of you, the cultural demand, that is actually in the wrong.